Hi, Tarek here from Roystone Capital. Today we're talking about private lender co-alignment and what does that actually look like? Well, in my mind there are three types. The first type of private lender is co-aligned with you. They want you to win because they understand by you winning, they win, but more importantly, they work with you when things are hard. And we're going to talk about that later on. The second type are neutral private lenders. So they only do the bare minimum, what's legally required, and they'll enforce their legal rights. And the third type are predatory private lenders, which make up a very small percentage of what's out there in the market, but like everything else, there's good and bad. Now, what makes a good private lender that's co-aligned with you? Well, firstly, they want you to win. They come from a business background, you're in a business background, they want you to succeed, and they understand your ambitions and goals. You see, we are funded through a number of family offices and high net worth investors, and they all come from a business background, so they understand the challenges of business. And so when they work with our clients and they're part of that Roystone family, we all understand each other because we all want each other to win. Now, an important part of this is demonstrating to them what your goals and ambitions are and how you plan to get there. And then they can provide their advice and experience on challenges they've faced and how they overcame them. And more importantly, they can demonstrate to you the risks of what you're trying to do and the mitigation strategies of those risks. Now, another characteristic of a co-aligned private lender is that when you've done your best and for whatever reason something's gone wrong and you're unable to make an interest repayment or you're late, they don't necessarily charge you the penalty rates because they understand it was out of your control and they want to work with you to succeed for the long term. So they may not necessarily charge you the full fees or the penalty rates all the time because they understand it was something that was out of your control. Now, another characteristic of a good private lender that's co-aligned with you is they ask you the very important question of, do you have enough money for what you're trying to get done? Because they understand that if you don't have enough money, it can actually put everything at jeopardy and risk. So a good private lender that's co-aligned will always ask you, is this enough money for what you're trying to achieve? And if not, okay, well, let's work on a solution because we understand the risks involved. Now, another trait of a co-aligned private lender is someone that after doing a few deals with you, especially in the property game, they're happy to do a joint venture with you and they're happy to put equity into a project with you because it shows they trust you. And that's something that you want to look for with a private lender, that as a function of time, they're giving you better terms because you're showing you are who you are, you're doing your best and you're delivering on your promises, and in return you want someone that's going to look after you. And that's a really important part of finance, is having good relationships. That's it for today's video. Now, on our website we've got a number of case studies there on how private lending can help solve difficult situations. Visit roystonecapital.com.au. Until next time, take care and all the best.